Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Ruzek and Burgess' Chicago PD Season 12 fate explains Voight's budding romance with Chapman. The next step in Ruzek, John Paul Pfluger, and Burgess, Marina Squareshanty, relationship in Chicago PD can explain the budding between Voight, Jason Begg, and Chapman, Sarah Buse. Ruzek and Burgess have been a central couple in Chicago PD for the last several years, and they are expected to get married in Chicago PD Season 12. They had a difficult time and broke up at one point, only to slowly get back together as they were co-parenting their adopted daughter, Michaela, Ramona Edith Williams. Voight and Chapman's relationship is far newer. Chapman is an assistant state attorney who has mostly served the function of trying to rein Voight in before he crosses a line that will permanently damage his career. Chapman has been absent since her surprise admission about her feelings for Voight in Chicago PD Season 12, Episode 4. However, she will reclaim her spot in the Chicago PD Season 12 cast in Episode 15, which will allow her and Voight to begin dealing with the fallout from this confession. A lot of relationship drama has come from Ruzek and Burgess throughout Chicago PD's run. The couple has been interested in each other since Season 1 when they kissed despite Ruzek being engaged to another woman. Overall, it took 2 failed engagements, a miscarriage, and their decision to be co-parents after Burgess adopted Michaela for them to finally admit they wanted to be together and try again to be a family with their daughter. It wouldn't make sense to break Ruzek and Burgess up again after all the ups and downs they've been through. Their relationship with Michaela led to them admitting they still loved each other, but were both scared of getting hurt again, and it would be as unrealistic as it would be devastating if they didn't make it to the altar and then stay together after their marriage. Fortunately, Chicago PD showrunner Gwen Sigan has confirmed that Ruzek and Burgess will remain solid and will go through with their wedding. If Ruzek and Burgess are going to stay together, Chicago PD needs another source of relationship drama. Voight and Chapman are the best choice for a new will-they-want-they couple. Although a new love interest was introduced for Atwater, she hasn't been seen since their first meeting. Cook, Toya Turner, and Torres, Benjamin Levy Aguilar, might have been a possibility since they have a lot of chemistry, but he is wrapped up in the aftermath of Gloria Perez's death. It's also worth noting that his secretive behavior around his relationship with Gloria has seriously harmed his relationship with Cook. Chicago PD has already laid the foundation for Voight and Chapman's new relationship. Chapman's interest in Voight has seemed more than professional since she first came into the squad room to suggest that he be careful not to raise any red flags with his behavior, and she finally confessed her feelings in Season 12, Episode 4. Because of these, Voight and Chapman can easily fill the void left behind by the resolution of Burgess and Ruzek's relationship drama. This relationship also already comes with several sources of conflict, considering that Chapman's job is partially to keep Voight in line. Voight and Chapman will have to overcome obstacles before they can even get together. The most obvious is that there may be conflicts of interest between their professional and personal relationships. Voight enjoys pushing boundaries, but Chapman as ASA will not want to do anything that appears improper. That said, the bigger issue is Voight himself. Voight's only attempt at a relationship since his wife's death involved long-distance flirting with Law and Order. SVU's Olivia Benson, Mariska Hargitay, during a One Chicago crossover. That relationship never went anywhere, so Voight has been single all this time. Chapman was the one who took the initiative and confessed her feelings for Voight. Because of her absence, it is difficult to judge how Voight will react when he sees her again. Voight is hesitant to risk getting hurt, so he may try to push Chapman away at first. This conflict, as well as all the others surrounding the potential relationship, makes for interesting drama, so Chicago PD should explore whether a Voight/Chapman pairing is possible. In Chicago PD Season 12, a shift in the dynamics within the intelligence unit becomes evident, particularly in the evolving relationships between key members. While Burgess, Marina Squareshanty, and Ruzek, Patrick John Pfluger, have long been a fan-favorite couple, their relationship faces yet another crossroads. Meanwhile, Sergeant Hank Voight, Jason Begg, embarks on a new and unexpected romantic path with Anna Chapman, Monica Raymond. As the story unfolds, it's clear that the fate of Ruzek and Burgess plays a vital role in shaping Voight's personal life, revealing how deep connections between the unit's officers may influence the most surprising of relationships. The series has always centered around the complex nature of law enforcement and the bonds that form among its officers, but this season explores those connections in ways we've never seen before. Let's break down how Ruzek and Burgess' journey leads to the unlikely blossoming of a relationship between Voight and Chapman, unraveling the emotional fabric of the show and setting the stage for deeper, more intimate developments. Ruzek and Burgess. Love and growing pains. For years, Ruzek and Burgess have oscillated between love, heartbreak, and challenges, often facing difficult decisions that tested their bond. Their on-again, off-again relationship had been tumultuous, but each time they seemed to get closer, real-world pressures, mostly revolving around the intense and often dangerous nature of their jobs, pulled them apart. As the season progresses, Ruzek and Burgess find themselves at a crucial juncture. Ruzek, known for his impulsive nature and commitment issues, begins to confront the weight of his actions, realizing that he can no longer take Burgess for granted. Meanwhile, Burgess, after enduring personal losses and professional setbacks, grapples with her own identity as an officer and as a woman. The emotional distance between them becomes palpable as they are forced to reflect on what they truly want out of life, both individually and as a couple. This growing tension paves the way for a more significant conversation between the two, one that echoes the fear of what could come next. For Ruzek, it's the realization that he might lose Burgess for good if he doesn't show her that he's capable of being the partner she needs. And for Burgess, it's the fear that Ruzek's reluctance to commit is a reflection of his inability to truly open up, leaving her wondering if their love is even worth fighting for. As Ruzek and Burgess try to work through these emotional struggles, their commitment to their roles within the unit becomes an ever-present backdrop. Their work with Voight and the team proves to be the one constant they can rely on, even when their personal lives feel uncertain. But this environment, one of high stakes and intense pressure, will also play a pivotal role in shaping the next chapter of the narrative. Voight and Chapman. A new romance blossoms. Amidst the unfolding drama between Ruzek and Burgess, a quieter but equally important transformation is taking place. Voight, ever the stoic and hardened leader, finds himself drawn to Anna Chapman, the seasoned and dedicated officer with her own personal history. What initially starts as a professional relationship soon turns into something more, as both Voight and Chapman navigate their shared experiences of loss, trauma, and the relentless burden of being part of the Chicago Police Department. Voight, despite his long history of emotional detachment, begins to see a different side of himself through his interactions with Chapman. He is no stranger to complicated relationships, but Chapman's presence offers him a chance at something rare: peace. Her ability to handle the pressure of the job, as well as her understanding of the darkness that often clouds Voight's judgment, creates a deep connection that is hard to ignore. As their bond strengthens, the lines between professional respect and personal affection blur. For Voight, Chapman becomes a lifeline. She is one of the few who can challenge his thinking and offer him a different perspective, without judgment. She's not afraid to speak her mind, and her grounded nature is a stark contrast to Voight's internal chaos. In her, he finds someone who, like him, has seen the worst of the world but continues to fight for what's right. As the season progresses, the relationship between Voight and Chapman deepens, with the pair finding solace in each other's company. Their relationship is not without complications. Voight's dark past and Chapman's unflinching loyalty to her duty remain obstacles, but the connection between them is undeniable. It's a relationship born out of mutual respect, shared experiences, and an unspoken understanding of the toll that being in law enforcement can take.